Good afternoon. Today, January 7, 2023. Thank you very much for attending my doctoral defense on the topic authentic assessment and evaluation as a catalyst for motivating middle and high school students, the context of rural and urban high need settings. Thank you, Honorable Leonard, opponent, Dr. Michelle Wetman, Dr. Daniel Smith, and my chair, Dr. Kathleen Hodges, for attending. Program lineup, according to the outline for the defense, flows in the structure for the problem that led to the research, methods for answering the questions, the major findings, implications, significance, or the applications of the findings, and the next step. Problem statement. There are many discomfort among teachers regards ability to effectively manage test score data to evaluate students. The researcher seeks answers to the gaps of equitable zero avoidance, grading by outcome base, allowing for multiple testing days that encompass pursuing authentic assessment, that add to best practices in offering freedom and flexibility to explore micromanaging the grading continuum. It is not clear whether teachers' intrinsic confidence is needed in effective test data management using scenarios. By adapting to competency-based education or learning, nothing much was revealed as to how profoundly the concept impacted students' understanding. It is not clear if the hype methodologies applied by teachers when managing student test data had extended knowledge. This study wants to find out if teachers' self-motivation development grows and harness identity that support transformation in student learning. The research questions. There are 4 research questions. The central question that led to this study is, how can assessment and evaluation become a catalyst to encourage students in all subjects, particularly with reference to science and mathematics and technology? Literature review. The literature review structure flow includes authentic assessment and evaluation, standard-based assessment grading, problem-based assessment learning, critical leadership, motivation, zeros avoidance, and outcome-based grading practices. The selected literature that supported and gave direction comprised Anderson 2018 on critique of grading, Minaya 2020, differential grading, the benefits of standard-based grading according to Raymond 2019, and Scarlett 2018 on effective ways to communicate student performance. The works of Evans 2018 show that the performance assessment of competency education PACE positively affected or impacted students' mathematics and English language arts outcomes. The research methods and design. The method was qualitative. The design was phenomenology. Phenomenology because the investigator desired to measure the outcome by exposing participants' perspectives in the presentation founded on descriptive data. The study involved 11 participants. The 12th candidate did not honor the interview invitation. Data collection lasted barely a month, from July 14, 2022 to August 3rd, 2022. Interview recordings were by video and partly by audio settings. Results and data analysis. The recruitment of participants flow in the structure based on school divisions. School Division 1, 73%. School Division 2, 9%. School Division 3, 9%. And School Division 4, 9%. Analysis of data was by using qualitative content and applied narrative data analysis. This is the table of the participants' demographics, reflecting their degree and content area, the grade level of teaching, the code on the first column, then the years of teaching, the last but one column, and the years of application of effective evaluation, that is the standard-based grading. Major findings. Results. It was also evident that teachers have high hopes in expressing qualities for managing test scores, for promoting students' learning unadulterated with biases. Research question 1. 4 categories resulted. The first was teacher preference for evaluation practices. No right or wrong answer. The third is authentic evaluation and challenges. The beneficiaries in the context of standard-based grading. Question 2. 4 categories erupted and developed 9 themes from the 4 categories, as seen in Table 2 on the main dissertation manuscript. The first category was teachers' experience regarding evaluation tools. The second, evaluation as a tool to inspire. The third, the outcome of the use of evaluation tools. And the fourth, future adaptations to the use of evaluation. Question number 3. Data collection in some subject areas are more of performance activities than others. Table 3 on the main dissertation manuscript, which is found on page 100 and 102 to 102. The data collection methods is first, and the second is error reduction and enhancing objectivity. Question number 4. Developed 2 categories. That's the intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. The 2 categories with 3 themes on how teacher classroom management facilitates more profound, deeper learning. They are dialogical because they serve equally similar purpose, and one can emanate from the other. Implications and applications. Discussions. Some of the areas that directed this study included leading with some seminal sources, that is on critical grading systems, competency education, and deeper learning. Research question 1, it appeals to learning and aligning preference. Research question 2, it appeals to evaluation as a tool, inspired self-confidence. Research question 3 appeals to intrinsic confidence as the change catalyst in boosting confidence. And research question 4, the implications and applications appeals to varying practices as a response to facilitate better, deeper learning. The next steps, the limitations. The limitations exposing weakness encompass: first, limitation is about participants not taking keen interest to do proper member checks. The second limitation is lack of infusion and sustaining cultural equity-based classrooms. Limitation 3, the inadequate availability of articles or literature informing the new directions. And limitation 4 is disconnectedness. Recommendation, still dwelling on the limitations for future research. It is the recommendation for educators who instruct in unfamiliar terrain, such as rural and high-need school settings, to shift the paradigm to align to norm reference testing. Because of the quest to assess competency, to interpret and report scores and not specific performance, according to Ravid 2020, explore students' perceptions about implementing critical new change, that is getting rid of the use of zeros, student co-authoring test questions with teachers, and allowing for multiple testing, allowing for retesting and multiple day testing in a viable competence-based learning system will be the way forward for reforming education. In conclusion, inferences from teacher perspectives have convinced the writer, pointing to the direction that dwell more on assessment for learning linked to reviews of learning, which led to better thinking skill preparation. The teacher's viewpoints confirmed that more time spent on preparing students yield better results and positively impacted creativity and interest in learning. A typical depicted template used in classroom is one with the acronym GRAPS, where GRAPS, G stands for giving, R for the required, A stands for the analysis, the formulas to use, S stands for the solution, and P stands for paraphrasing. The graphs have its unique complement because it encompasses or it embodies both numeracy and literacy, which is championed so strongly by most or almost all the school boards from which candidates were drawn, particularly School Division 1. If equity supersedes quantity, then teachers' methods of selecting which numerical marks best identifies what each student knows based on output is necessary for defining and applying authentic critical evaluations. This candidate will welcome any question for discussions, and thank you very much. Once again, my name is Appiah Odame Eric, a final year doctoral student in K-12 leadership education, presenting and defending my doctoral dissertation today, January 7th, 2023 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you very much.